So I'm hip deep in another video that I probably won't complete on time. So here's a blatantly easy E3 video because hey, it's the in thing right now. What am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to run through some of the stuff I'm interested in this year and then do a bit of an emotional recap of the event reveals and then talk about how I feel about everything. And then of course after that, we'll talk about how hard this video was to make, because that's my channel gimmick. Doom! Oh boy, Doom! It's looking to be just as good, if not better, than 2016's entry, and I'm definitely looking to play this game. Watching Doom Guy hop into a giant artillery piece and shoot himself into another ship or some shit just looked fucking fantastic. Master Chief may fall from space, but Doom Guy shoots himself from a fucking gun. The combat all looks really exciting. I'm really amped for this parkour stuff they're adding in. I really enjoyed in Warframe, and seeing similar things in Doom just hits me in a particular spot. The movement is just really good looking. Everything about this game looks fantastic. Looks like we're getting some new weapons, some new modifications, which is always a nice bonus. Like the standard rifle having a sniper mode now. Not to mention more demons, more glory kills, and more mechanics. Looks like he's got a shoulder blaster that may be replacing those grenades, and he gets a wrist knife. Really cool stuff. Borderlands 3. What can I say that hasn't been said before? A massive reworking of the movement systems and the gun building, interesting bosses and enemies. I'm looking forward to more references and memes, hoping for some Avengers shit. Borderlands is one of my favorite series and also has one of my most traumatizing gaming moments ever. If you want to hear that story, let me know in the comments. Needless to say, I'm looking forward to it all. All Randy has to do is shut his stupid mouth on Twitter and stop sharing animal abuse. Hey, you know what's great? Dark Souls. You know what's greater than Dark Souls though? Monster Hunter. All the joy of giant bosses and timing attacks, very little faffing about with shitter mobs and all the soul mechanics. Iceborne is coming out in like 5 months, and I'm really looking forward to dying to the new Elder Dragon. More monsters, more gear, more quests in a higher tier. I can't wait to hunt and rage quit a dozen times, and then pick the game back up again either due to my own obsession with bettering myself in the game, or peer pressure. Probably both. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Now speaking of giant monsters, I'm looking forward to turning my Pokemon into a Godzilla-sized monstrosity. That whole Dynamax mechanic has me stoked. Not to mention, I really enjoy exploring the worlds that Game Freak creates, and adding more people into that seems like a no-brainer of a positive experience. I know a lot of people are upset about the whole National Dex thing, but I'm not worried about it. If they want to curate an experience, let them. No sense in getting all worked up over it. Whether they're suffering from the scope of the project, being lazy with importing the models, or just need extra time for that aspect of the game, doesn't matter to me. They can even just omit them entirely. I don't really care that much. I just want to see what the new world has to offer. Oh, and here's hoping for some Galaran Pokemon phenotypes. I know everyone is all on Square Enix's case about the stunt double Avengers game, but can I take a moment to talk about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 instead? The two Ultimate Alliance games are masterworks of brawling fun, and I cannot wait to play the next one. I may have to get some more hardware to enjoy it with my family, but I think the experience will be well worth the cost. Also, there's 4 Spider People. Peter, Miles, Gwen, and Venom. Holy shit, what a dream come true. I think it's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to see who all they put in this game. 2019 might be one of the best years Marvel Comics has had. Alright, what's next? Oh, there's that Wolfenstein game. I quite enjoyed 1 and 2, even if the stealth mechanics were really bad. Give me a good gamified stealth system over a realistic one any day, even if it is dumb and goofy. But the weapons were always snappy and satisfying, and having a 2-player Wolfenstein sounds great. Gameplay looks solid. I like seeing enemy health bars even if it is immersion breaking. Also, this new pet mechanic is just wow. I already love it. What a unique way to encourage cooperation and character building. I look forward to getting to play it with my girlfriend and even my brother. Count on a video about that in about a month or so, once we get it. Alright, the last thing I want to talk about specifically. Star Wars, Jedi, Fallen Order, Electric Boogaloo. I'm salty, so it's gonna be classic Battlefront 2 footage, because EA can go die in a fire. I was pretty disappointed in EA Battlefront 1. It was their one chance to impress me, and I wanted at least a 9 out of 10 experience in an instant action mode like the original 2 games had. What I got was a pretty run-of-the-mill shooter with some various issues, okay maps, and a single player portion that would have been less disappointing if it just didn't exist. And most importantly, no instant action! Playing with a friend in a duo party setting was fucking awful. Then they released EA Battlefront 2, and I don't even think I have to get into that. So, my requirements for another game from EA is a single player Star Wars game with no bullshit. No loot boxes, limited microtransactions, and it better be fucking good. I'm not pre-ordering. I'm not even buying it on launch. I'm waiting 6 months or more because I simply cannot trust them not to jam their fingers into everyone's fucking pockets. Now, this certainly isn't everything I'm interested in from E3. Both of the announced Zelda games are on my radar. Cyberpunk is definitely in an interesting place right now, and seeing Keanu Reeves in it really piques my curiosity. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a must-buy for me. That Forza expansion would be on my list too if I owned an Xbox. Deathloop and Ghostwire look entertaining, and who knows, if Bethesda themselves can get their heads out of their buggy butts, maybe I'll even buy 76. Maybe not though. With so many wastelands, one can easily get decision paralysis trying to pick one to mess around in. Of course, Warframe is a game I'm already playing, and wow, that ship design looks swank! So what is my general attitude towards E3 and game releases? Hell, anything in general nowadays. I try to keep myself cautiously optimistic. I don't want to shit on anything too much, but I also don't want to get overhyped. I try not to get worked up about some tiny detail, especially on an unreleased game. Whether it's pre-alpha or beta build or whatever, I recognize that a lot of hard work goes into these projects, so just shitting on it just doesn't seem to be the right thing to do. Criticism is one thing, being toxic is another. And then the overhype. It's really easy to get caught up in the media cycle for these things. Everyone says it looks good, it looks promising, oh now it's amazing, then it gets released, and now you got half the people still hyping it up, and the other half throwing it into the dirt screaming that it's garbage. I don't want to get caught up in that. I look forward to these future releases, but I'm not going to get hyped up about it. I'm too tired for that now. Cautiously optimistic. That's where I'm sitting. Looking forward to it, staying critical, staying informed. Keeping my expectations a little low, but still wanting a good quality experience so that when it does come out, I'll have something I can enjoy thoroughly. I think it's a good outlook to have. These works of art almost always have something to offer. Even the prominently panned Fallout 76 had a quest that impacted me, and I didn't even play through it. I watched Oxhorn do it. And every game also has flaws. Even Doom 2016 had some largely useless upgrades that never really impacted my playthrough that much. The scope attachment for the rifle was a bit of a dud for me. One big factor of all this is trust. My trust in the companies and developers. A big issue I've been having lately has to do with watching games get trotted out in front of us, flaunting no microtransactions, with a giant invisible asterisk that details, at launch. Look at the last Call of Duty for a perfect example. Somebody told me, hey, you can probably get this one. No microtransactions, no loot boxes. I was skeptical. And good thing I was too, because what did they do? Throw in a paid battle pass, then loot boxes. Activision can go gargle soap for that one. Do I mean the cleaning product or the character? Both, seeing as their next game is a Modern Warfare reboot. After that, I get to watch as game after game gets yanked out from under the nose of Steam users to be Epic exclusive. Now, I don't have too much of an issue with another storefront, but by goodness, it should at least have a fucking shopping cart, especially if you're going to flag accounts for fraud after making a couple of consecutive purchases. What a shit show. That should have been their first priority. So, I decided to delay one video I was working on to put this out instead. If I can magic some time and creativity together this week, maybe I'll put out a midweek video, but for now, this is what I've got. I've hopefully got some neat videos to work on over the next few weeks though. Probably mostly gaming stuff because that's kinda what's going on right now. So what's different this time around? Man, I can't put my finger on it. Oh right, that template at the back. That's my actual desk. I decided to try this out and see how it looks. Just getting the picture was a task in and of itself due to the cramped quarters. I might try a new picture next time, but I like this one the most. Why this? I just want to try something new. Try something interesting and give myself a new challenge. So I took the picture, then threw it into the editing program. Then I take the footage, the video clips, import them into the video, and what then? I have to use the crop/pan effect in there to shift the angle, width, height, location, etc. and save that as a template. That way, whenever I put in another video, I can just use that saved template. I also had to modify and make my own static screen effect so that it would fit over and create the effect I was wanting. Every other one I tried to find seemed to be the wrong screen size. I hope I'll reuse this one in a few different videos. Using the crop and pan effect, I changed the size and then rendered it for reuse. Something else I will also acknowledge is that my last video was a little bit too quiet. I may go back and remaster it or something like that, but for now I'm just gonna leave that one in the past and just keep going. So I audio boosted everything and implemented the noise reduction, which will hopefully make this a better watching and listening experience. Now let's take a moment to talk about channel goals. My current goal is 100 subscriptions. Why that tiny milestone? Because it means I'll be able to get a custom URL, which will be kind of helpful for linking the channel. So, if you've enjoyed yourself here, try sharing it with a few friends. It'll really help me out. So with that, do we have an outro? Oh, yep, there it is, right in the garbage. Remember to like, subscribe, revive Ganon, sharpen your hammer, stab a demon in the heart, blood explosion a Nazi, open a gun chest, assemble the Avengers,
Wake the fuck up.
and
For gosh sake, watch your language.